With the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, the stage is now set for the 2023 NFL Draft. This is already my third mock draft, and if you don't want to miss out on the next one, please consider subscribing. Anyways, the Bears get the number 1 pick and select Jalen Carter. Will Anderson is also a great candidate here, but if the Bears don't trade a pick, they really can't miss by going with either one of them. With the second overall pick, the Texans select CJ Stroud. He's a top 2 quarterback of this class, and Houston would probably like a guy like him, who arguably has the most talent in the entire draft. At number 3, we have a trade. Carolina moves up and sends 2 first-round picks, a second and a 4th rounder, to get the 3rd overall pick from Arizona. With that pick, they select Bryce Young. If Houston doesn't take him and he's on the board at number 3, I'm sure the Panthers will do everything in their power to trade up for Young. Up next, the Colts select Will Levis. Rumors say they love him as a prospect, and if he's available at number 4, they'll pretty much have no hesitation to take him. Boom or bust prospect for sure, but also better than whatever the quarterback situation is in Indy. With the 5th overall pick, the Seahawks select Will Anderson. This would be a miracle if it happens. Anderson is by many, including me, considered to be the best prospect overall of this draft. The best part is that the Seahawks need an edge rusher, so this pick would be a dream come true for Seattle. At number 6, the Lions get Tyree Wilson. With Anderson off the board, Detroit turned their heads towards another defensive end with enormous potential. This might not be a huge hole in the roster, but just imagine the Hutchinson and Wilson duo getting to the quarterback. The Raiders then get Paris Johnson 7th overall. With the top quarterback prospects off the board, the Raiders can at least try and build around what was a weak offensive line to hopefully protect whoever is under center this next season. Up next, the Falcons select Myles Murphy. He has a low ceiling, but is one of the most NFL-ready prospects as his athleticism is top tier. The Falcons need some desperate help at the defensive line, so Murphy is a great fit for them. With the 9th overall pick, the Cardinals, who traded back with the Panthers, take Christian Gonzalez. As of right now, I don't think he's the best cornerback in the class, but he has the most potential out of them all. His zone coverage is amazing, and Arizona wouldn't mind someone with his work ethic. At number 10, the Eagles then select Joey Porter. With an interesting cornerback situation, Philly could try and snag arguably the most versatile cornerback of this class. Porter has shown to be able to cover any wide receiver regardless of how good the route running is. Up next, the Titans select Jordan Addison. Treylon Burks, as expected, wasn't even close to AJ Brown's production, and the wide receiver depth in Tennessee is non-existent. Adding Addison to this offense would turn the Titans duo in one of the most explosive ones in the entire league. With the 12th overall pick, the Texans select Brian Bresee. With them getting their franchise quarterback earlier, why not turning their heads to the defense now? Bresee would be a massive boost to the edge, while having a defensive-minded head coach to help him develop. At number 13, the Jets get Anthony Richardson. Assuming they don't get any quarterback in free agency, Richardson is their best bet at number 13. He seems like a good fit in an offense full of weapons, and as long as he stays healthy, he can become a sort of Lamar Jackson 2.0 when he won MVP. Moving on, the Patriots take Quentin Johnston 14th overall. The TCU receiver has, in my opinion, the most potential out of every other one in this class. If he falls to them, the Patriots shouldn't even hesitate to make the call, especially since they desperately need a wideout. Up next, the Packers select Michael Mayer. Him in Green Bay is a match made in heaven, which is why this is the second time I paired him up in a mock draft. Mayer is easily the best tight end of this class, and the Packers have a decision to make with Robert Tonyan. With the 16th overall pick, the Commanders select Devon Witherspoon. This is a risky pick for sure, as his size is concerning. However, his playstyle is aggressive, and he reminds me of a certain Cincinnati cornerback drafted by the Jets last year. At number 17, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Kelee Ringo. He's one of the best tacklers in college football, and the Steelers defenders are known for missing easy tackles. Steelers fans will tell ya, Ringo could easily become the number 1 cornerback in Pittsburgh, and if he lives up to the expectations, he could even become one of the best ones in the league. With the 8th team pick, the Lions take Brian Branch. The Alabama defensive back is one of the most explosive players in the nation, and he would be an amazing addition to a Detroit defense which wasn't really good in 2022. At number 19, the Bucks select Peter Skoronski. If he falls all the way to number 19, Tampa needs to take him. No doubt about it. Skoronski could make his case as the best tackle in the draft, and this team definitely needs some help in the trenches. The Seahawks then select O'Cyrus Torrence 20th overall. His size and strength are the main reason he succeeds at both pass protection and run blocking. Geno Smith could use some more help, and I'm sure Kenneth Walker would love to have a guy like Torrence blocking for him. Moving on, the Chargers select Jackson Smith and Jigba. With rumors speculating Keenan Allen to be cut, the need for a wide receiver is now bigger than ever. The Ohio State wideout has some insane awareness, as well as a great and unmatched explosiveness, which would make Justin Herbert very happy. With the 22nd overall pick, the Ravens then take Zay Flowers. Regardless if Lamar stays or not, they need help at wide receiver. Flowers is one of the fastest players of this year's class, and I think he really fits in well in Baltimore's scheme. At number 23, the Vikings select Trenton Simpson. After their defense being a total clown show in 2022, the Vikings got to make some moves. Simpson is for me the best linebacker of this class, and Minnesota could use a guy like him who's capable of dominating regardless of where he's lined up. Up next, the Jaguars select Cam Smith. He's incredibly well-rounded for a cornerback, meaning he should be able to adapt to most offensive schemes. This young Jaguars defense would love having someone like him to help with the secondary. With the 25th pick, the Giants select Josh Downs. They are in desperate need for a wide receiver, so why not grabbing an incredibly explosive one in Downs? He seems like a good fit for the Balls offense, and I'm confident he would become Daniel Jones's number one option ASAP. Moving on, the Cowboys select Jalen Hyatt. The speedster of Tennessee would be a game changer in Dallas, as he would be paired with an already good receiver in CeeDee Lamb. I feel like the Cowboys are the best fit for him, considering his ability to make explosive plays when needed. At number 27, the Bills select Bijan Robinson. He has some incredibly light feet, and his quickness is something to be proud of. Buffalo would be getting a top-tier running back capable of leading this offense right back to the top of the standings. With the 28th overall pick, the Cincinnati Bengals select Emmanuel Forbes. Regardless if we like the memes, Eli Apple is bad, and this team doesn't have a lot of depth at corner. Forbes might not be the best one of the class, but his physicality does stand out. Up next, the Saints select Siaki Ika. The nose tackle from Baylor seems like a great fit for New Orleans. This team needs some help in the trenches, yes, both in offense and defense, and Ika would be a day one starter capable of making an impact right away. At number 30, the Philadelphia Eagles draft Jahmyr Gibbs. The explosive running back out of Alabama would help this offense to take the next step, which is scary since Philly already has a top-tier offense. If they keep Sanders, this duo is deadly, and if they let him walk, they pretty much get his replacement for a cheaper price, and in my humble opinion, Gibbs has the potential to be a top 10 running back in the NFL. And finally, the Super Bowl winners draft Isaiah Foskey from Notre Dame 31st overall. Defensive end is arguably their biggest position of need, and Foskey has shown some incredible agility to his game. He would fit perfectly in this system, and the Chiefs would be getting a stud. Anyways, if you like this video, subscribing is a great idea, just as watching my previous mock draft. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.